It seems the EU has told the world that if it doesn't clean its room, it isn't getting any supper. If by clean its room you mean prove that its data complies with regulations, and by not getting any supper you mean a drastic reduction in pocket money. This applies to companies in the EU as well as anyone holding personal data on EU citizens, so that's a fair chunk of the world's companies all needing to put their socks in the right drawer. Consultancy firms across the world jumped on the news to declare that their product, and their product alone, could save you from the dreadful fate of non-compliance, while industry experts insisted that the regulations were more of a grey area anyway. Which leaves the rest of us to figure out just what to make of this EU business. Does there exist a plug-and-play solution to all your GDPR woes? Will companies across the world be struck with multi-million euro fines on the 25th of May? And will Lithuania ever win Eurovision? No, probably not. And GDPR may seem to just be the next Mayan apocalypse of the business world, but it isn't the regulation itself you should be worried about. Sure, if you don't meet the requirements next year, you won't be getting any fish fingers. But the bigger problem is that if you aren't meeting them now, your company is critically mishandling the very asset upon which it runs, its data. Now, I hope you haven't started organizing your underwear yet, because this may blow your socks off. Your organization needs good data. The decisions you make depend upon that data being correct, up-to-date, and complete. And keeping track of where your data comes from is no less important, if not for the sake of compliance, then to make sure your financial reports don't come from Charles Ponzi. While the requirements of GDPR may seem daunting, the reality is that they are the bare necessities for effectively managing your data across any kind of company. As I said, there's no shortage of salespeople flogging their get-out-of-jail-free cards in the form of a sleek analytics tool, but how your data is visualized is only a small part of the problem. So what do you actually need to do? Well, given that there's only 30 seconds left in the video, I'll give you the quick version. That covers the basics, but if you'd like to go over it at your own pace, you may be interested in Entity Group's book, Crossing the Data Delta.
Available on our website, entitygroup.com/innovation/data delta.
The need for proper data management is not going to go away, but the benefits of doing so go beyond avoiding fines. As businesses begin producing more and more data each day, properly managing and using that data from all of its sources will be the key factor in remaining competitive in an increasingly global market.